Hey, welcome back. In this video, we're going to solve two-step equations. They're also known as multi-step equations because I decided to add distributive property and combining like terms for these examples. All right, so let's get started. So in previous grade levels, you were taught to solve everything inside the parentheses. That does hold true if you can combine like terms. You can't combine 3m and -6. They're not like terms because they don't have the same variable and the same exponent. So what you have outside the parentheses is 2/3. That means we're going to distribute that. And you learned about distributive property in 6th grade math. We distribute both terms. And so one thing you want to remember is that when you multiply fractions, you don't need a common denominator. You just multiply the numerator with the numerator and the denominator with the denominator. Whole numbers don't have a denominator. I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 underneath it. 2 groups of 3 is 6. 3 groups of 1 is 3. So 2/3 times 3m is 6/3 m. And then I'm going to distribute the 2/3 to the -6. That will give me 12/3. Bring down everything else. Now I can go ahead and combine like terms. I'm going to use shapes, circles, lines, triangles. So my lines are my boxes. Now my next term, first term was 6/3 m. And my next term is -12/3. Well, that doesn't have an m. So I'm going to use a different shape. I'll use a circle. And if you choose to use shapes, you want to include the operator in front of it. So for +5, that will also get a circle. Sorry. Now I can combine like terms. 6/3 m is really just 2m. And then -12/3 is really just -4. So -4 plus 5 is 1. Okay, so now I have just a basic two-step equations. I've gotten rid of my parentheses and I've combined like terms. I still haven't got m by itself, so I will use inverse operations, subtract 1 from both sides. And my new one-step equation is 2 times m equals 11. Now, because it's 2 times m, my inverse is divide. I will divide both sides by 2. 2 divided by 2 is just 1. M is equal to 11/2. You can leave it like that. You can go a step further, convert it to a mixed number. It's okay to leave it like that, at least for my classroom. All right, for the next example, we still have the same distributive property and we'll combine like terms. In this case, I'm distributing a -2. 2 terms inside the parentheses, so I'll distribute it twice. 3 groups of -2 is -6. -2 times a -6 is a +12. Bring down my +5 is equal to 12. Let's use some shapes. I'm going to put a box around -6m. And as I said in the previous example, you don't need to use shapes. It's a total preference. I'm putting a circle around +12 and then another circle around +5. I won't do anything to the other side of the equal signs because you can't combine terms if they're on opposite sides. 12 plus 5 is 17. I will bring down, sorry, my dog's in the background barking. Now I have a two-step equation. The 17 came from 12 plus 5. Now I can subtract 17 on both sides because that is the opposite. So now I'm left with -6m equals -5. I have to get rid of that -6, so I'll divide both sides by -6. When you divide something by itself, it just gives you 1. So my solution is m is equal to -5 over -6, which really is a +5/6. And this is totally okay. Just leave it like that. All right, thanks for watching. I hope it helped.